well, at least you weren't born a rock. Life might suck sometimes, but at least you're not a rock. And that, I mean, it sounds so dumb, but at the same time, it's like, we were given this life. Doesn't matter how you believe we got it or not. Like, we have this life. We have each and every single day. And there's no point in spending it being miserable. My name is Kat Kreischer. I'm 19 years old. So what is the meaning of life? Jesus. I think for me, it's just living it. And I think living each, like, the purpose of life is just to be, I think, kind of like a goal is just to be really happy and to do things that make you happy and make your life feel like you've fulfilled it, like what you want to do with it. I think love is a huge part of life, and I think that's one of the main focuses of my own life, and the purpose behind mine is just to, I guess, live it to its fullest potential and love as much as I possibly can, and just to do everything that I want to do and to be happy. Like, at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of shit that we go through, but I want to say at the end of my life that I've done everything that I want to, and if I couldn't, I'm still happy with how things happened and what I did in my lifetime. That fuzzy feeling you get. No, I'm just kidding. The definition of love. Oh my god. I think it's just opening yourself up. It's not necessarily, I don't think of love in the sense of finding that one person that you're going to be with for the rest of your life. It's like learning to open your heart up and like yourself up to others, whether it's a family member or a friend or even someone you don't know. It's just showing them some sort of warmth and kindness. And I think a lot of things go into love, and it should be shared with everyone, not just one person or one group. It goes like way beyond, and it's something that should be given to everyone, and that doesn't really define it, but it's just like, I guess, just the opening of your heart and your being to others and letting them in and caring about other people almost more than yourself. Well, I mean, first thing that always comes to mind is dance, and so I guess it's doing what I love, and I love feeling like I've accomplished things. And if I've made, oh wow, a lot of things make me happy. I mean, like, my family and my friends make me happy, and like making my family proud and my friends proud of me, and just if I'm doing something that I enjoy or working towards a goal, especially if I succeed at something, that's gonna make me happy. But like, just always working towards something, whether it's just a hobby or something like a deadline or something like that. Just accomplishments make me happy too. Before my freshman year, when my grandmother passed away, oh god no. She and I were always very close, and she had a lot of influence on me as a person, and like, she was someone I always looked up to, and was like the one person I could always count on being there. And no matter what I did or what I said to her, she would never judge me in any way. She was always the person that I could go to. And when she passed away that summer, literally everything just kind of fell apart, and I didn't have her anymore. And along the way, I lost a lot of friends in the process, just because I just lost who I was completely, and I found someone else to rely on, and ended up living to try to emulate her. And again, I lost myself completely along the way, and I had no friends, and like, I lost a lot of my close relationships with friends and family. But and I know that it stemmed from me losing my grandmother, because I didn't have her to go to anymore. And it was like during that awkward stage in your life where you're trying to figure out who you are, and I didn't know when she passed away. But it was through losing her that I had my downward spiral, and then one day I realized that what I was doing and how I was living wasn't good enough, and it was just really detrimental, and I was never going to find myself trying to be someone else. And since then, I got my relationships back with my family, and I'm like really close with them now, really close with all my friends, and like I just learned to pick myself back up because I know that's what she would have wanted me to do. So it was her passing away that really changed my life completely and made me who I am. I always say not to live with regrets, but I have a ton. To be honest, this just goes along with the last question. I wish that I would have had the strength right away to keep myself in check. And I think the biggest regret, although like my life was made a living hell that year, I really regret pushing my parents away and pushing my mom away, because for the longest time I would go to someone else's mom and talk to her because I felt like no matter what, even though this wasn't the case, like my mom couldn't understand what was going on. And I never was really that close with my dad in the sense that I would tell him what's going on in my life. So I think my biggest regret ever would be wasting that year with my mom. I'd have to say my grandmother's rings. I mean, I have 125 of them, so it's not one possession, but it's a collection. 3 things that I have to do in my lifetime. One would be to sing and dance on a Broadway stage. That has to happen. Again, that was great. That was wonderful. I really want to be a mom. Like, not right now, like, at all. I mean, to be honest, I want to, like, find real love, like my parents kind of love. And I want to start a family with that. Just going off of this same topic, it's just I don't want to lose myself again. I mean, there are times when you lose yourself all the time and you have to try to pick yourself back up, but I never want to get to the state I was in years ago. That was just awful. I think people are losing sight of what's important. I mean, everybody has become very self-centered in this world, and everybody's out for themselves. And I think that's important because you can't just completely live your life for other people, and you have to do things that you love and everything like that. But I just feel like we've lost a lot of the good human traits and a lot of morals and values, and a lot of people don't even don't believe in values anymore, and that's really depressing, I think. It's something that I think is a huge problem. I like the fire that everybody has. I think that people are always looking to make things better. They don't always know how to do it, and a lot of the times they pick the complete wrong thing to do. But I think that it restores my faith in humanity, that people are never going to stop trying to make the world better. Whether it's right or wrong isn't necessarily the case, but like more of that, people have that drive and that desire to make that world, make this world a better place.